Thank you very much.
Things look very difficult for Nigerians at the moment, Senator.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that our people are facing this kind of crisis.
Yeah. But if you look at it also, it's all over the world mostly. The issue, the economic hardship is global for so many reasons, especially when it comes to issue of food. The war between Ukraine and Russia, and also the crisis in the Middle East, all is affecting our own economy. The world is global. That is part of it. And also you can see in Nigeria too, we have this difficulty. But I want to say here that the problem is not that of the president alone. The president is the head of the government. People should come forward to suggest the way forward or out of this problem, not just concentrating on critics.
Well, there are those who disagree with you, Senator, when you say that it's not a Nigerian problem, it's a global problem. There are those who will say, who will blame this government that things have become so bad. Would you say it's a global problem, the FX, the dollar to the Naira? Do you know what dollar has sold to the Naira today at the parallel market? There are those who will say that some of the policies that are being criticized by this government, policies of this government have been criticized, that there are wrong policies that have been made that have led us to this. In 8 months, nearly everything in terms of indices have gone in the negative and double numbers.
Well, let me take it one after the other. First of all, when this government came on board, before then, the major issue is the amount of money the government was spending on what the so-called fuel subsidy. And even the opponents, or that is to say opposition, were of the view, including maybe yourself, that the fuel subsidy should go. But of course, it comes with consequences. I can accept the fact that the backlash of that decision was not well thought out and the reaction. But the good thing I can say here without fear of any contradiction is that the president is reactive. When things happen like that, immediately he sent supplementary budget to the National Assembly, which 500 billion was allocated for palliatives. But as we said, it's just like a drop in the sea. After that, he tried to reorganize the social investment program and also pumped money into it. But then it's not still working. After that, the president recently came out to order for the release of, I think, 102,000 metric tons from the strategic grain reserve. All this is with the view to addressing the issue of food shortage. And that's why I came out with this motion that is coming up tomorrow, that in addition to what the government is doing, should quickly look at the introduction of food stamp as an interventionist measure to cushion the effect where people are giving food.
Senator, we'll go to that just in a bit. And I'd like to take you up on what you also said about the president being reactive. There are those who will say, look, this economy is too sensitive for you to be reactive. You have to be proactive. There are those who have likened the decision of this government as to removing your clothes in anticipation of buying a new clothes when the clothes is not even in sight. The decision and policies of this government were said to be knee-jerk. Yes, good intentions, but not properly thought out and planned. And you are part of this government. And this has been described as a failure.
No, I don't think so, because we did what the people wanted.
But not
and we are looking
thought out.
Wait now, we are looking for remove the oil subsidy, remove the oil subsidy. The president reacted by removing the oil subsidy. Of course, it will come with consequences. What I want to hear now is that if you implement or you react in such a way and it's not working, you bring forward suggestion as to what you think will work, and then if it is workable, the government will definitely implement that, and so that we'll get out of it. But definitely, that taking that decision to remove oil subsidy was welcomed by all Nigerians. And of course, it comes with consequences. But then if you say that we have not managed the consequence very well, that is another thing.
So the question is, take for example, let me describe to you, Senator, the implication of what your government is doing, the APC. And perhaps there are those who are probably disappointed, who thought that the APC government under President Tinubu had everything, had all the data, had everything thought out, and things are really escalating badly. People are hungry, Senator. In your constituency, I don't know how much of the disturbance you are getting about those who cannot afford school fees, those who cannot pay their bills, those who cannot feed. This is what the implication could be directly. You know the budget you passed in 2024 is now worthless, you know, right?
No, you can't say.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you, Senator, the indices on those budgets are now being messed up. The production, the FX, everything, because now let's assume that the dollar was about 1,000 Naira when you passed the budget. It is now almost double today. If you plan to buy that iPad in front of you in that budget, in January, you'll be buying with a double amount. That means that whatever we have budgeted in this budget for 2024, we need double of the amount to be able to execute the budget. That is one of the implications. No. Aside the fact that people are hungry, Senator.
No, I don't think so. I don't agree with you. You are right to some extent, but don't also forget that this budget is a dollarized budget, so to say, especially in terms of the income. And when it comes to in terms of expenditure, it's in Naira. So if we are getting our money in dollars and the value of dollar is up, that means that we'll have more Naira in terms of what we spend. So we are not spending dollars, we are spending Naira, but we are getting our revenue.
What's the quantum of the dollar we're expecting, Senator?
I don't know, but our oil production has gone up. We are almost all dependent. It went up to slightly above 1 million to 1.7.
The question is the percentage of revenue from oil.
Let's discuss this idea, this issue that you raised. True, the value of Naira against dollar has fallen to, I think, 1,700. But we are selling our major product that we generate income in dollars. And that means any dollar we get now will also be valued at 1.8 or thereabout. So in fact, if you do the analysis critically, it may mean if you balance it up, we may have more money to fund our budget. The problem that we have actually is in the foreign exchange rate, which is true. And unfortunately, you are right that Nigeria is dependent on foreign exchange for almost all the luxury items. But our production of food, the greater percentage of it is produced locally. The major problem now is that the price of products, of food or basics that I'm concerned about has escalated, making it very difficult for low-income people to be able to buy. But it's not that there is scarcity of food. No, the price has gone up, whether artificial, whatever, that is no excuse. And that is why I'm saying that there should be a way where you make the purchasing power of the low-income people especially enhanced so that they can buy. Now you are paying somebody, for example, a salary that cannot buy him a bag of rice. And he needs that bag of rice to survive in a month. And his income cannot do that. The government should now look at, and that is what we are looking at, and the president is so disposed to it, to see how the poor person or the less privileged can afford to.
Senator, are you saying that we actually have food enough?
Yes. If we don't have food enough, you can see the number of trailers that our security agencies intercepted in our border. The problem that we have, as I said, is this foreign exchange. Now our people are trying to get our products across the border, especially the Francophone countries, where they are safer against our Naira has gone up.
Because some of your colleagues on the floor of the Senate are saying that our silos are empty.
Well, I don't know about
that. Our storage are empty. The president has ordered over 100,000 metric tons of food items.
Yes.
But there are those who say, in real terms, those food are not there. The silos are empty.
I really don't speak speculatively.
No, I'm saying what your colleagues are saying.
No, I'm not
putting back to you what your colleagues said on the floor.
I'm not the colleague that said that. As far as I'm concerned, the president ordered that 102 tons of metric tons of food should be released from the strategic grain Let me even assume that what you are saying is true, which I don't believe. But in Nigeria today, if you have the money, tomorrow you can get across the country, tomorrow, or even tonight, you can get over 102 metric tons if you have the money to pay for it. And that's what the government is saying, that they want to get out 102 metric tons of food so that it will make the price of food go down, or at least the lower income Nigerians will be able to have food on their table.
Let's talk about this food stamp that you're suggesting.
Better.
It's new to us.
No, it's not new to you.
No. I mean,
you have lived in America, didn't you?
Yes.
You don't know about food stamp?
No, I'm saying new to our system here in Nigeria.
I'm asking you now. You don't know.
Has it operated here in Nigeria, Senator?
But do you know about
I know about food stamp.
Then why are you saying you don't know?
It's new to us. It's new to our system.
To you?
It's new because you don't operate. If you don't operate,
anyway,
that I know, it doesn't mean that it's commonplace.
Anyway, if you don't know food stamp is a kind of program that was introduced in the United States in 1939, when they had similar challenges. Crisis. So food stamp is a coupon that is issued to low income or no income citizens of America.
In exchange for food.
In exchange for food. And it has been working. Recently they changed it to the name to SNAP. They call it Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And it's working very effectively. So if a country like America can use food stamp, then I don't see any reason why Nigeria at this critical time should not do that. Because if the government decides now, within 1 or 2 months, with a minimal, because the president tried this social investment program by this cash transfer and all that, but the high level of corruption tainted it. So it's better now to give somebody food stamp, especially low income or no income, that they can go to retailers or those that sell food stamp, and instead of using money, they use that food stamp, and the government redeems that amount by you taking the coupon to the bank, and your account will be credited. That is the sellers.
What is the modality? Because I look at you were saying that when the federal government makes an order, is an interventionist concept to cushion the effect of this, and in that motion, you're also describing how the Ministry of Agric and all of that.
Agric and food security.
So how do you determine, because data is a problem, how do you determine who gets what?
Data will not be a problem that much because we have a structure. We have the federal government, we have the state government, we have the local government. And fortunately, this issue of agriculture or food security is on the concurrent list. That means everybody will be involved. If you open your doors in various states, the Ministry of Agric, asking people to come and register, they can come with their ID card, they can come with any form of identification, and they can come with clarification from even their ward level. That is to say, in our structure, in every ward, for example, you have a ward councillor, or you have in the local government, you have the local government chairman asking people to come and register. And the beauty of that kind of idea is that with our own culture, you find out that it is only people that are in need that will come out to register their name, and they can be verified. And then they give them...
How often would people be able to access?
On a monthly basis, that detailed modalities can be done by experts. They are experts. And in fact, coincidentally, in Nigeria, they tried this in Lagos. There's this Lagos food initiative, and they call it temporary food or something. They did it, and that was a private initiative. And it went a long way because it touched the life of about more than 1 million people in Lagos.
Just for a moment, remember the mess created by the humanitarian ministry. And what metrics would you use to give out these food stamps? In your thinking,
My thinking is that in every state, government should deploy its staff to announce that food stamps will be issued to qualified or people in need. When you come before the official, you set your name, your local government, you prove that you are a household. That is how you build the data. And at the beginning, as people come, they queue up, and then you build the data right on it. But you see, the repeat is that we don't have a data. Let's assume that we even have the data, but it's not authentic. If you are giving out food stamp here in this studio, you announce in your TV that tomorrow we are issuing food stamp. People will come and queue up, or you take a number and then you register. That you build over time. It's not something that will happen to all Nigerians.
Because the question is, we need urgent, people need urgent and immediate needs. So getting the data, getting those registration might be, but
when you announce that total amount of
food items are available.
Not food item, food
stamp.
Yeah. Food stamp is available, and people that are in need can come to social office, register, and collect the food stamp. Then you go to the market and use it to get food. When people queue up for that, that is how you build the data. But when you make the mistake, as we did previously, to say, oh, a consultant will go and build the data, that is how they steal the money.
Okay. We don't have a choice. We are stuck with your party who is in power, that is in power. And we are praying that the president...
we are stuck.
No, we are stuck because
let me tell you,
we are in this mess today, Senator.
Let me tell you.
Your party preached that you're going to make this country better. And we are praying that this nation will get better, that President Tinubu will succeed. We don't have a choice. Good. We must succeed. But the question is that, is it disappointing, isn't it? That things have turned this way.
No. Just within 8 months, PDP spent 16 years and it planted all these...
And so you want to also spend 16 years to destroy?
No, not destroy. We are trying to fix what they did. But let me say, on a serious note, you can see in Mr. President that he is highly committed. At this his age, he did not take this government in order to come and put people into difficulties. It's very frustrating, I can see on his face. You understand? But what the Nigerians need to do is to assist the president, not by just criticizing like the opposition did. Let us come out. Like now, I am in APC. I'm not running away from taking the responsibility. We come with ideas. Mr. President, try food stamp. Somebody said this. And there are development. These challenges, is, as I said, is not only in Nigeria. But how to manage the problem and get out of it is the thing.